Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and oops, I've not got my light on. I'm not prepared. So, after we did the other part on this, I've managed to take the battery out. Mr. Boyce has tightened it up for me nice and tight. So, on the inside, I've added this cute little box. And I've added some foam inside because it was slightly too big for my, what can I rest this on now? Box of tissues. So I put some foam inside and stuck that down, and it's got that part of the paper on. I've done it around the sides, and it just fits over. So I'm going to put 2 pockets down the side with photo mats in, and then decorate above. I may even put a couple more boxes in, and then so you can put things inside them if you wanted to. But that's how I'm leaving this one. So we're going to decorate the 2 covers first. I'm just thinking now. Oh, right, that's a bit too high, my tissue boxes. Whoops. I managed to take the sides off and trim this back down because that's going in there. So we've got the clock that it came out of. I can rest that on there without it interrupting the without it damaging the front of the clock. That's what I was meant to say. I might even put that on the inside of the back. Ooh, what do you reckon? No, we'll add this somewhere in the album. Right, for my pages, I'd already cut them. So you will need, I cut mine to 11 3/4 by 8, and then I did mine to 10 3/8 because, and by 9, because I was gonna have the side pocket. But then after I cut all my paper, I decided to cut off and make it 8.5, so the bottom half is sealed, and then I just sealed up the 2 sides, so I've got top pockets instead of side pockets. I know if I'd have done the 2 sides, they'd have still gone in the same way, they'd have still been as deep, but because I've glued down both sides now and they're flat, nice and flush, I can make my inserts a little bit smaller so they're not too huge, and I wanted them to come out the top anyway. So with the 11 3/4 by 8, you score 3/4 of an inch and 1 1/4 inches, and I've put tape on the side that is going to get adhered inside the book. And then, like I say, if you want to do 10 7/8 by 8.5, you would score the long side at 1/2 inch and the short side at 1/2 inch, and then just seal this part. That way you've got your fold there, seal there, and then you've got your top folding pocket. And I've done 5, so there's 5 pages going in this album, and the extra 1/2 inch difference it'll give away for any bulkiness. So there goes that one. In between each page, or after we've finished filming the covers, I will go away and do a card project. That way you've got the album one night, a card the next, album card, like I have been doing with the others, because I love album making, but if I spent the next 3 days, 4 days, maybe even 5 with this one, so it's so big, just decorating and stuff like that, I'd lose out on those extra days where I could craft as well. So let's press on with the inside cover first. I have got spare card. I cut this down wrong. I did make, is that the one with the pocket in? No, where's that one gone? Oh, it's here. So I already made a page and then realised that I would have to seal it in. Obviously that side would have been open, And then I thought, no, I don't want that. I want my hinges back. So that's what. So this is already made up. And it's already been glued and put down. In all those places, in the right places. So we could turn this into a pocket page. I could trim that down even more and do a side pocket and then just reseal that, or we could put that in there and have it as a pocket. Dum, dum, dum. Gaynor's thinking. Brains going over there. So I don't know what to do, whether to do a side pocket, just reseal that go all the way up to the top, or we could add a hinge to this and attach it again, so you've got an extra piece like I did on the other album. Or we could add it down the bottom. The choice is endless. So let's check out the size. This is 10 by 8. Yes, 10 by 8. So, ooh. This is what was cut off here. So if I add that back on there, attach that back on there because I know it's perfectly right the length, and then we can add this at the bottom and have it folding down. So yay, let's do that. So no measurements with this album, I'm afraid, sorry. I'm just going to do it as we go along, top of my head. Make sure that's the top, which is the bit that opens. This one, that's the one. Going to add that right along the edge. And then this can get glued just in there. Yeah, I've removed the battery as well for now. I am plugged in and I do have sound. Yay, I'm checking these things instead of doing them without. And yes, we are recording. So I'm not going right to the very edge of the, I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. And I'm not going to be putting a photo mat inside. I'm just going to leave it open. That way, whoever gets this can stack as many photos in there as they want, or they can add their own photo papers. Because again, they'll be having any leftover paper that's going with this as well. So our album will open. This will be held up. I'm going to maybe do a closure at the top. Oh, I could put a swing on, but I'd have to do it through the designer series paper. And then when this goes in, it could Turn around. Maybe not. It's a bit too big. So, having a look at our strips. I do like the pink side. Pencil. So I'm just gonna pop that piece under there a sec, just so I can see. And I'm keeping all these little bits in here because you can piece these and make a lovely card out of those. So I'm going to pull my trolley a little bit closer if I can. Oh no, it won't move. You don't want to move. These are off the inside, the front, off the papers that went on the front of the album. Beautiful. Not long enough. I could do a little 1/2-inch strip. And then once I've cut this, like I say, don't throw these bits. They'll all come good for a card or a photo mat. Now, oh, I'm going to get that in. It's quite long. No. I am going to pop this on here because I just want a little, I'm just going to get a 1/4-inch strip out of this. I might actually cut that down. And I have a couple of strips waiting. So how much is that now? That's 5/8. Keep one at that width, which is that's about 3/8 of an inch, that one now. I'm going to keep all these nice little long strips because they'll come in handy somewhere to decorate. Even if you use the contrasting colour from the back. That seems... needs a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit more coming up. And I mean tiny. I'm going to leave the tiniest little border as well. Perfect. Love it. These are from, oh look, exactly the same. That. waft of colour. Mind you, I like that again, see? We only ever got 3 of these. The other one's an 8x8. You could just glue down the sides and leave them as tuck spot areas as well. But I'm not going to use those now. Let's get some fresh papers. Oh my goodness, they're on the floor. So this is just the actual outside cover, but they give you such beautiful papers nowadays. That is absolutely stunning. Isn't that gorgeous? Slice and dice. My eyesight is terrible. Oh my goodness. Definitely not that piece. So it's the right height. Oh, I'm just wondering now, should we add a pocket on this first? Well, this is a huge pocket anyway in itself, isn't it? So if I leave a gap in there as well. That is perfect. That is absolutely gorgeous. And it's just the cover. Just wanted to use it. Nice little border. Absolutely stunning papers, absolutely gorgeous. I love that. So this itself is just a huge pocket, and oh, where's my cutter part? What I might do is, look at that, my scanning cut this out, and it's so bitty. But what you could do is pop that on there and just glue down this side, leaving that open. Maybe stick one of these. Or we could draw, get some black cardstock and make them into the shape of arrows. So that is going to be going down the side. Oh, I'm going to do lally. There's the 12, there's the 6. And then obviously there's an open tuck spot area. Don't want it too open. I can show off show that that's the tuck spot. I don't want to tuck it down too much yet until it actually I lost one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. Don't do lally, definitely. So let's, now we've got that off, we can add some flowers on here later and stuff. We've got a big open pocket now for there. I'm going to remove that for now. Now we need some mechanisms for in here. It is thinking overtime. Right, oh, where's that other large piece we had? That is big enough to go in there. We can have a little pocket, or we could even turn it into a belly band. I need a bigger clasp, I think. Right, now they can go there. I'm just going to glue this down anyway because, mind you, there's enough cardstock all the way around there, isn't there? We don't need to be adding more. So let's leave that off a minute. Oh, shavings, my shoulder. So I'm just going to score this 1/2 inch first. Don't forget, it's only the inside cover when we come to actually work on the pages. Just have this as a belly band. Even have a belly band on this one. No, we're just having it on the inside, having a belly band. Perfect. So warm in here. Just eyeballing the centre. I'll try and keep that. I may just crease that again actually because oof. Just because that was touching up against there and I don't want it to interrupt. That's better. Now that won't interrupt that going up there. straight. That can be used down there. I'm going to fetch it this way. I don't trust that for some reason. That's it. 1.5 inches. No pencil marks. Beautiful. Oh, do you know, I could just drink an ice cold Lipton lemon tea. Oh, that would be lovely right now. Oh, really cold. Something nice and refreshing. So, we've got a belly band. Beautiful bird there. And that's perfect because he's just peeking through on that belly band. And it follows on from this paper. Oh, look at that, perfect. It's like they were meant to be together. I'm going to put that at the top though. Perfect. That's going to go in there like that. It's beautiful. I've got some brown craft card. What I might do is use that for photos rather than pure white paper. not doing anything by using some scraps at the moment. That's going to marry up with there. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. Trust me to do such a large album. With an actual working clock on the front. Piece of card that we took out. That's big enough. There we go. That's big enough for a photo mat as well. Oh my goodness, I love it. So that's itchy. So now we need to decorate. I won't decorate this yet because I want to see how many papers they've got left. But they got. I might put a photo mat inside there. Now that that's dry, we can leave that in there. Beautiful space with a belly band. And that's our photo mat. That's a good size photo mat as well. I think this is 10 by 8, yeah. Wow. So let me just grab some of my brown card. Oh.
I made a smaller one and reduced it.
Oh. So I might use some of this craft card for photo mats instead. Oh wow, Mr. Boyce. He's made my own rubber stamp. Look. Oh my goodness. He's got a little fairy picking a rose. Stamp with joy. YouTube and Facebook. Oh my goodness. I'm going to mount that later. He's such a clever boy, isn't he? Oh, I don't know that. That one's not craft card. That's too heavy. Where did all that just come from? Oh my goodness. So I could add craft card on here and then put the logo on for to stamp here with a camera stamp. I've got a camera stamp coming actually. So what size is this? Let's cut these down to 5 by 7. Some larger photo mats. Let's have 2. It's so dry, I'm so thirsty. So we could have 2 5 by 7s. Oh, maybe we'd have to do a little bit shorter for one, just in the width. Let's tell you what, let's take them both down to 4 7/8. See if that fits on the page. then we can just use those thin strips in between. Whoa, I knew they were. So I'm going to have them both up the top. And have a nice strip down the bottom. What do you reckon? Oh, my back. I can't get over that. Let's see if it stamps. So I need to shufty this up a little bit so I can get ready to smooth it down. The next one, perhaps we just leave the black gap in between. Yeah, he's got a laser print. It goes from one hobby to another. He loves it though. It keeps his mind occupied. I don't care. Come on, something wrong here. Gotta keep the right gaps. Perhaps I might use a strip. Perfect. You see, they do come in handy. Now I need don't think they're long enough. No, but we could. Goodness. There's that one. Deadly silence. Sorry girls, I'm in deep thought. the smallest nick coming off. Oops. Perfect. Love it. So we've got two 5, well, they're nearly 5x7 photo mats. We've got this tuck spot area here. We've got this pull down and a belly band with gorgeous papers on. Time is okay for a minute. Oh, I hope he makes me a brew soon because I'm parched. Parched. Yeah, all these little pieces, you can make those, piece everything together. I would say that's too big, and that's too big to go in that pile yet. Too big. Get all my pieces together. That's the dye I used on some, I'll show you those in a bit. So, we're done on that side. That's the inside cover. I've got more of those there. They're way too big for that, obviously. Where are those mats? I made some little, I think they're 5x5.5. 4, sorry. 4 by 5 3/4, and and I'm thinking of using them as a closure on one point. So score them at 1/2 inch either side, so they touch. Use them as a closure on one of the pages. So I've got 3 of those. I was just messing around with that dye with the scraps. So right, now we need pockets for the side of this box. So that is literally 4 1/4, and that's 4 1/4 either side. So by 11, 8.5. Yep. So let me write that down. So 1/2 inch, 4 1/4. 1/2 inch is 5 1/4 by 9, and we score 3 sides 1/2 inch. Definitely not like that. No, definitely not. So really it took 10 pieces of cardstock just to make the pages. 3 to join together. So 5 1/4. Let's cut this down at 3. Gives us our 9 inches. And then I might take a little fraction more. So we need to score 1/2 inch. inch. I think I've just heard him put the kettle on. Oh. Do the same with this one. Mark, punch them out. We can go in to grab the photo map. Let's just test that one there. That takes that all the way up to the very top, see? So I'm going to take about ½ inch off. That I'm going to take about an inch off actually now. Let's take an inch off this one while we're here before we fold it up. Those two together. Grab mine. Oh, there we go. 1.5 inch circle punch, and roughly eyeball it. They're both punched out the same. That will go down that side. Make some nice tags for this. Nice and straight. Check the other side. Perfect. Right along that edge, right up to our box. I love it. Right, let's get them glued in. La 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 la. Why didn't I pull some faces, girls? Tongues out, everything. So I'm going to line this up about 2mm away from the bottom, and it's about 2mm away from the joint. Maybe I should have put a piece in first, a strip or something. Too late now. Always, me darling. Oh, Mr. Boyfelt, that's a cup of coffee. I am gasping here. Oh my goodness. Thank you, baby. I think the phone's ringing.
Yeah.
Oh, heaven. Oh, he knows me. Oh, perfect. That's on as well now. Fabulous. So, just left to decorate. I'll probably be piecing something up for the centre. I'm going to decorate above and beyond. And check the time. Oh, we're okay for a minute. Oh, let's grab some of that gorgeous papers. So I'll put everything on top of it. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, we've got the little pad as well. Oh no, well we have got the little pad, but where have I put it? There. Because we've got two 8x8s and two 12x12s. So I could apart. Oh, excuse-moi. So if they're 4 1/4. I slice. Let's do. Oh, I need the top bit. So there, that one. It's just absolutely stunning. I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know what to do now. I knew I should have put a strip in first. Oh gosh, girls, I've got everything falling out on me. Grab a tissue. Right, let's I don't ever like them tiles, you know. I don't never do. So, pity they're running that way and I need them to run that way. Otherwise I'd have used that. Right, stuck on the reverses now. I like the wall. I love that. That is the reverse. Let's have a bit of this. So what's that gap? Oh. It's about 1 inch. But it's about 3/4 actually. So if I do I like those bits of brick. So if I do 3/4, what the hell is going on? Right, let's just do 7/8. That's better. And it's 11, so I need to take 1 1/8 off. I knew I should have pieced it up first. Perfect. Nice little border along the top. Oh, I like that. I could do some little pockets on there. Where's those two? Oh, look at this. Now, these are the ones we cut off. And they're exactly the right size. So if we piece that piece I've just taken off, I put them in my nose. Why don't I just do that again? Should I cut the two? And then attach one on here. Perfect, and then we could add that on there and just glue along the bottom as well. Don't need a lot to make a pocket, see? Ooh, ooh, nobody knows it. Nice little pockets on there. And then these cute little cards will sit in there just to show that they're pockets later at the end. How sweet. Let's pick some more papers. Because the paper I used on there is the cut apart one. I've already got all these cut out, see? We need a contrasting colour now. I'm dying not to look at the good side. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that cup of coffee Mr. Boyce makes. It's amazing. It's too similar, isn't it? And that's not wide in, it's too wide. Perfect. I wonder if you'll have enough. Oh. Just fold that a sec. Oh yes. Oh, look at that. And I can straighten that back out. Cute. A bit lopsided. Let's get it. Perfect. Look how sweet that is. Loving it. And I didn't even have to cut this paper up. Well, I've got to cut some of it up now. But I think I'm going to use the 8x8s for little sections like that. Because that's what they come in handy for. Instead of cutting up a large 12x12 for a small area. So let's pop that on there. Let's grab the 8x8 papers. My goodness, we got quadruples of everything. So, I do love the pink. Oh, I wonder. Four. I'm just going to slice that down the centre. Could go down a little bit further because we can go inside the pocket, so about there. I can't see that mark now. Oh, silly sausage. One's going in that side. And one's going in that side. That's higher up. What have I done? What have I done? Make a journal down that side then. So now I've got to be silly and mark this again. And I've got to make it a little bit bigger, haven't I? Oh my goodness. So there. Oh, I like that side as well. That's pretty. Hello. I have to go in with and just take a little tiny fraction more off of both sides. Let's test that. Perfect. Oh, I've got stupid back pain. That's not too bad at all. Should have done the notches out of the envelope punch board instead. That would have been nice. At least that way you punch in the same hole, same area, and just lower it down a little bit. Put the circles away, Gaynor. Put the circles away. So, I think I will put the circles away because I'm crap with them. These two sections are what we cut off. They're going to get glued inside there. No waste. Whoops. Perfect. Oh, my back. Pop a little tag in each of these. Let's find a different one. That one looks a bit lost in there. That's it. Absolutely love it. Now we go add some to this section. Oh, my back is killing me. Got a beautiful cardboard cut out. Two and a quarter the gap is. I'm not going to waste any paper in there. pencil. It's going to be quick. This stuff sure wants to go off. It's too wide. Oh my goodness, I'm not getting that off. There we go, that's it. That's what I'm all going to do today. Took up too much of your time again already. So come back on the next video and see. Let's start building the pages up one by one. Oh, sniffles, girls, sniffles. Sorry, I do apologise. I don't like sniffling up. I'll do photo mats for those at the end. So come and see what we make on the next one. Bye.